Hi, everyone. As we continue through our course together, it's time to take a look back and look ahead a bit. In week 1, we introduced ourselves to the three worlds of a New Testament text and considered first the world behind the text, then the world within the text, and finally the world in front of the text. In week 2, we concentrated on the world behind the text by introducing ourselves to what are called now the classic questions of New Testament background: authorship, date, place of composition, purpose, and intended audience. We did those questions with respect to Matthew's Gospel. We also thought a bit about Matthean intertextuality as it relates to Jesus and Moses. Now in weeks 3 and 4, we're going to continue to consider the world behind the text as we focus on John's Gospel and read the text of the Gospel and the Johannine letters. As we did in weeks 1 and 2, we're going to be reading a variety of perspectives and a diversity of views on John's Gospel in our textbooks. And you'll have an opportunity to consider the diverse opinions concerning the author and the contents of John's Gospel. They may not change your perspective on John. They're not intended to do that. But you may find some insights that enrich your understanding. I hope that you will. We'll also focus in on a particular part of John's Gospel, chapters 7 and 8. In our discussion, number 2, in week 3, you'll be making an original post, and it'll center on John 7, verses 37 through 44. Then in week 4, you'll be reading and responding to at least 2 posts made by your classmates in week 3, just as we did in weeks 1 and 2. As you do both these assignments, I hope you'll be discovering elements that will enrich your understanding of the world behind the text of John 7 and 8, and especially John 7, verses 37 through 44. In either week 3 or 4, I want to encourage you to discover a couple of resources. One is Fuller's online library. The other is a video. The online library resource is one written by Craig Keener, and the video introduces you to Craig and gives you a perspective on his understanding of water symbolism in the Gospel of John. Both resources will be useful to you along with our class discussion. The video is posted on John in the module, and our textbook readings as you write your first short paper for our course on John 7, verses 37 through 44. I hope you enjoy concentrating on those verses, and I look forward to reading the short interpretive papers that you'll produce after you read and study them.